Yep. Well, I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and you know, when my mother was out doing things and I was left to my own devices, that's when I would get into certain experiments. And I had a 6V6 tube in which the Bakelite base was loose, and I wiggled it around and the base fell off, leaving the leads going to the elements. So I was curious to experiment with it. So I put it in the, you know, I put the stopper in the bathroom sink and filled it partially with water and held the tube underwater and broke the vacuum nip, and it just sucked the water in to fill the void of the vacuum. So then I took a suicide cord and I found the plate lead and tied that to one side, and then I think I took, you know, the grid lead, the grid of the screen, and tied that to the other side of the suicide cord and plugged it in the wall socket. And you'd see these bubbles forming, and the thing would kind of go, you know, and then the water would come squirting out. And then I think what I recall what I did is, you know, while it was going, I lowered it into the toilet, which I already pissed in, and then unplugged it. And then it cooled down, and it went through what I would call recycle mode, where basically I had discovered the vacuum diffusion pump, where when you get the water, in this case, you know, in a liquid form, turning into a gas, being steam, it'll push all the air, all the oxygen out. So a good bit of it, most of it, is just water vapor and nothing else. So when you let it cool down and it's underwater, or shall I say dipped in piss or whatever, that when that steam hits the conversion point, when it goes from a gas to a liquid, it'll, you know, it pulls a vacuum, and it. So I was discovering all these principles as I was a J. And then after Piscaline-induced water got pulled into the tube, I plugged it back in, and boy, it bubbled and frothed a lot more ferociously. And I recycled it a couple of times, and then I heard my mother drive up and whatnot and get out of the car, so I quickly grabbed it and stashed it.